today we want to talk about getting yourself unstuck. Being stuck is something that happens to a lot of people, especially in our business. I always say I got myself stuck at supervisor for 2 years, and I couldn't move. I couldn't figure out what is it that I need to do to start moving. And maybe it might be you currently thinking, okay, I'm here. How do I move up? How do I grow my business? How do I get my team as well to show up? So I just thought, let me share a few tips about what worked for me, then maybe you can find value in that. So, the first thing is you have to be able to recognize the signs to know that you are stuck. And what are some of the signs? Number one is procrastination or avoidance. When you find yourself, you know that you need to call a prospect, you know that you need to make a follow up on someone who needs to sign up, but you tell yourself, I'm going to do it. I'll do it in the next 5 minutes. Then I'll do it at 12. I'll do it in the evening, and then in the evening you tell yourself, no, it's already late. I can't call people now. Let me do it tomorrow. Or you start avoiding the tasks that you know that you need to be doing as a business owner. That shows you that you are stuck, you are unmotivated. You no longer have that zeal and energy that you had when you started the business. And sometimes you can be feeling overwhelmed or helpless. You are looking at this goal that you have set. Either you've set it for yourself, or maybe you did your volume mapping and now you're just feeling overwhelmed, like this is a lot. I cannot do this. This business is not working. And maybe this was not the right decision for me. I don't fit well in this company. Or you are constantly, doing the same thing over and over and over. You call people, you do this, but there is no progress. You're still struggling to achieve your goals. That shows sorry, that shows that you are stuck in the business. You don't have that focus that you had when you started the business. So once you start recognizing these signs, then you know that, oh, okay, I think now I'm stuck. I think now I need to do something, because when you are in that position of being stuck, you can't move up, you can't move down, you are just in one place. And these are some of the causes of being stuck. Sometimes it starts internally. How we talk to ourselves matter. I have a friend who always reminds me anytime I say something negative, like, oh, today is going to be a bad day. It's already raining. Or maybe something happened in the morning and then it just ruined my mood. And then I tell myself, oh, today is it's just gonna be a very bad day. That is already negative self-talk. And once you start talking negatively about yourself, that also impacts how you show up and how you are able to move up in your business. So telling yourself, I can't do this, I can't talk to people, I can't present, I don't know how to do, that negativity eventually it gets into you, and now you are so demotivated, you can't even do anything. You need to call, but because you've told yourself, I can't talk to people, now you're not going to make the call that you need to make. So how you talk to yourself really does matter. Every time you wake up, speak positive about yourself. Tell yourself, I can do this. You have a supervisor goal. Maybe it looks so big, you're thinking, this is impossible. Don't tell yourself things like that. Say, I can do this. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to make those calls and then I'm going to get positive response. If you tell yourself, I'm just gonna call, but I know they won't join and I know they're going to tell me the products are expensive. What you say is what you attract. So check yourself. What are you saying to yourself? Then also limiting beliefs. When you believe that maybe this is not for me or this business is for other people, the ones that are winning, but not me. Don't limit yourself. Dream big and show up. Don't have that fear to say, um, I'm afraid that it's going to fail, then you end up not doing anything. So get rid of the negative self-talk, the limiting beliefs where you tell yourself you can't or you don't deserve this, or where you are just afraid of failing. It's not nice to speak to someone and they tell you no. It's You'll be lucky if someone says no in a very polite way. Sometimes people are rude. And if you focus on that and you start being afraid of, yeah, no, I can't talk to people because they're going to tell me no, I can't do this because if I don't succeed, don't be that person. Be kind to yourself. And sometimes you might find that you are stuck because of external factors. So external factors, these are outside. It's not within you. And that can be you have too many things that you are doing and you are overwhelmed. Now you get stuck and you can't move. I think we had a very interesting discussion on WhatsApp the other time. I think it was last week, where, people were talking about how hard it is to manage, the work and the forever, all those tasks. It just becomes a lot sometimes and you are too overwhelmed to even move. So that can be another cause of being stuck, or sometimes you don't have the support or the resources that you need. Maybe you want to go do a presentation in Durban, you don't have money for transport, or you don't have anyone in your team or your upline showing up for you, and then you feel like, I can't do this, and now you are stuck. Sometimes it can be things that are outside of control, something that just pops up and you never planned for it. So, how do you deal with such things? The first thing, and this is something that you will hear a lot in all the trainings, whether it's 5 a.m., it's forever training, it's your team training. We always say shift your mindset. You need to have a growth mindset, where you look at challenges as opportunities to grow. And I think I explained this in yesterday, I think yesterday's meeting. We did talk about it to say, look at the challenges and find an opportunity to grow. So your prospects, they keep saying no. Ask yourself, what can I do to improve myself, to better myself? How can I refine my presentation so that people are able to better understand? So don't take the challenges as this is not working. Take it as, okay, this happened. What can I learn from this experience and improve myself? And then start replacing the negative thoughts, the I can't, with how can I? I can't talk to prospects. Then that doesn't work. Say, how can I talk to this person? What can I say? Start replacing the negativity with positive talk and understand that it's okay to feel stuck sometimes. Sometimes we are too hard on ourselves, maybe because you have a goal and you're not achieving it. Over and over, you've told yourself, this month is the month I'm going to do 4cc. You end up with one. Next month, you try again, you end up with two. And then you start telling yourself, I'm useless. I can't do this. All of that. Be kind to yourself. Understand that it's okay to feel stuck sometimes. So don't be harsh on yourself. I hope I have people in the meeting that are following. Just let me know that you are here and I'm not just talking to myself. So practice self compassion. Break it down. Remember, we said sometimes you get stuck because you are so overwhelmed with a lot of things. So maybe instead of you are an assistant supervisor and you are setting a goal for manager, break down that goal into smaller, steps. This is something I say all the time. I think every time I speak, I say this. Break down your goals into something smaller. Don't look at 120 or 150 cc's. Start with the smaller goals. This month, I'm going to do 4 cc. And next month, I'm going to create my base for supervisor, which means I need 10 cc. And the following month, I'm going to do 15 cc's. Now you are breaking it down. Okay, so if I'm assistant supervisor and I want to become manager, if I'm looking at, I'm doing 2 cc's currently every month. And now to be manager, it's 150 or 120. When you look at it that way, it's a lot because to come from 2 to 120, it can be overwhelming. So don't do that to yourself. Break down the goal. From assistant supervisor, let's start thinking supervisor. And how do I get to supervisor? Oh, okay, I need to create a base, which means I need to now build a team. If I can get 3 to 4 people in my team, we can work together. I'm going to teach them how to do their 4cc. Focus on that. And as you are building supervisor, you are already building assistant manager, you are already going to manager. So don't overwhelm yourself with too big a goal. Break down your goals to smaller, manageable steps, and it makes it easier for you to show up. It also makes it easier for you to see the progress, because if you are just looking at manager, you won't even recognize to say, you know what, I've been struggling with 4cc for the past 5 months, but this month I'm on 7. And that is something to celebrate. But if you are just looking at 150, you will still feel like there is no progress because I'm on 7 and I need 150. But if you look at it, looking at the smaller goals, oh, I've come from 2cc to 7. It means this month I actually managed to meet my minimum target. You celebrate yourself and it motivates you because you can see the progress. So break down into smaller goals. Then focus on one small action at a time. Like I said, reward yourself for completing each step because now you can see, that's why they don't just recognize you when you get to manager. They recognize you as a supervisor. They recognize you for your 5cc consecutive. Why? What does that do? Let's say you joined the business in January and you did your 5cc in January, you did it again in Feb, you did it again in March. When we go for Success Day in April and you are getting that 5cc 3 months consecutive pin, you are going to be so super excited and so fired up to say, you know what, I can do more. I can do this. But imagine if they were not recognizing anyone except managers, how many people would go on stage, and now it would feel like this is so hard. It's only a few people that can achieve this. But when they recognize the small steps, it motivates you because you can see, oh, I might not be a manager, but at least I think I can work on the 5cc consecutive. From the 5cc consecutive, I can work on supervisor. So do the same for yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You've never called a person because you think you can't talk. Today you were able to make 2 calls. Yes, they say make 10 calls a day, but that 2 that you did today, it's an improvement. You went from 0 to 2. Celebrate that, because when you start celebrating the small things, you also become motivated. When you celebrate yourself for the 2 calls, tomorrow you feel like, but yesterday I did 2, today I can do 5. So reward yourself for completing the small tasks. It keeps you motivated. Another thing you might need to do is change your environment. physical environment, like clean up your workspace, change your scenery, go for a walk. Sometimes if you are in a dirty place, it also sucks out your energy. You feel tired, you feel like, I can't do this. And now you end up not doing what you need to do. Have a clean working space and don't be when we say I'm building my own business, I'm my own boss. Now you think, I'm just going to wake up every single day and work from my bed and go back to sleep. Sometimes that can make you unproductive. Even when you're working from home, have a small station where you can go and sit and do your work. You wake up, you bath, you spread your bed, you go sit at that small table and you start making your calls, you start following up on your prospects. It makes you more productive. When you are sleeping in your bed and you're trying to call people, you're trying to do one, two, three, in most cases, you will find yourself waking up after 3 hours. You fell asleep, you don't even remember how. Or you find yourself on TikTok watching videos that are not productive for your business. So, the environment in which you are working also makes a difference. So, make sure that you have a clean workspace. Um, Practice mindfulness, deep breathing, meditation, just to clear your mind and surround yourself with motivational quotes or listen to motivating music or people. We have motivational speakers that are very good. Listen to some of their audios while you're getting ready for your day. I always do that. After 5 a.m. session, I am listening to some motivation, as I prepare to get out of the house and go to work, because that gives you some inspiration. I like stories about other women who've been able to build global businesses, other women who've done very well for themselves in life. I look for videos and I listen to them. What did they do? How did they get where they are? So that you get that external inspiration. So surround yourself with motivating quotes. I would also say surround yourself with positive people, because sometimes you might find that you feel drained and stuck because of the people that are around you. What are they saying to you when you go to them and say, you know what, friend, I want to become a manager in June? What is the response? Are they going to be motivating, or they'll tell you, you can't do it. Imagine you can't even do this, you can't even, and it needs 150. Do you know how many 150 cc's is? Have you ever done the maths and seen how much products you have to, those kind of people, you do not need them around you. So surround yourself with people that are positive. If you have people that are always bringing you down, telling you you can't, then you need to get rid of those people if you are going to move forward, because you will go watch that motivational video and you will come out thinking, yeah, I can do this, I'm going to do this. Then you go to your friend, and in a minute, they can destroy all that inspiration that you had just with a single statement. So be very mindful about who you are surrounding yourself with. Okay, take action, even small steps. So you build momentum by doing, not planning, not thinking about it. You can have a very nice volume map where you list all your activities and all these nice fancy ideas, but you cannot build momentum through planning. You build momentum by doing. Start doing the activities. Don't just talk about it. Don't talk about, no, I want to do a business presentation. I'm gonna do a business presentation. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. That doesn't help you build momentum. Action is what helps you build momentum. Just pick up your bag and go out and start talking to people. Do your flyer and go print it and start distributing your flyers at the mall. So less talk, less writing and planning, more action. Start doing. And as you find, when you are now in mode, you are now in action, you are doing things, the more you do, you now start to build momentum. You start to grow as a person. But if you just sit and plan and you write a nice volume map, but you don't go out and do anything, you will still be stuck. So start practicing, not just thinking about it. And even if it's a small step, the act of starting can break the cycle. Just the fact that you've started already, you are breaking the cycle. So for myself, I always tell myself, I'm going to start C9. Once I do C9 and I lose the weight, then I can market the product. Before you know it, 2024 has ended, 2025 has started. We are now almost in March. Have you done the C9 yet? No, we're just planning to do it. I'm going to start it. And then once I start it, I'm going to record videos and people are going to buy the product. But if you don't start day one, you will never start. You will always be planning and planning, and nothing will come out. So let go of the need for everything to be perfect to begin. This is another challenge that I had. When you join Forever, and you have all these mentors, you go to their Instagram and Facebook pages and it looks so nice. They have these videos that have been edited, the lighting is great, and you are waiting to say, you know what, I'll start creating content when I buy myself an iPhone, or when I know how to edit pictures and I'm creating good content, then I can start. Why? Because you want everything to be perfect before you start. But let go, if you let go of that thing of I want it to be perfect, then I will start, you will actually see, you can post your video, it might not be as clearly edited, and people will actually like, follow, buy the product. So it doesn't have to be perfect content. I was following Babes Wamachangura. I've been following her for a while. Her videos are not like fancy, edited, top level kind of videos. She just does videos, whether she's in her bedroom, whether she's in the kitchen cooking. She's just figured out that I need to start and I need to get in motion. Do the same for yourself. Don't wait for you to be perfect at presentation to start presenting. Invite your friends and do a presentation for them. Even if you make a mistake, it's a learning experience. Tomorrow, you know what to correct. That is how you learn, because you don't learn by waiting for everything to align. So start presentation, product launch, invite your people for the product. Even if you have to have your catalog open and you are checking and explaining, do it that way. Start that way. The more you are going to do that, you will see that you are going to start mastering and understanding. Now I know what the tutor does. Now I know how to do the business presentation. Why? Because you started even though you were not perfect. You might lose one or two prospects along the way, one or two customers along the way, but you are building the skills that you need to make your business a success. So let go of that need for everything to be perfect for you to start doing the activities and that you need to do. And this, seek support and feedback. This is something that I had to learn, and I think I also mentioned it in our WhatsApp group. Talk to someone, share your thoughts with a friend, a mentor, or a coach. You know, Sometimes life does really get overwhelming, and you have to be able to ask for help where you need help. We always feel like I can do it. I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm a businesswoman, and I can do this. But you cannot do everything. Sometimes you need the support, you need the help, you need a friend that is going to be positive, or a mentor or a coach that is going to show you the way. Someone who, when you are feeling like I cannot do it anymore, I am tired, they show up for you and they encourage you. When I was moving up manager last year, that's when I realized that I needed someone to support me, to be there for me, because there were days I would wake up and I would say, this is a lot, I'm tired, I want to quit. And my mentor, whom I'm so grateful for, Coach Gwen, she would say, no, my leader, we are tired. It was a long day. Let's go to sleep. We'll wake up tomorrow and start afresh. And I realized I needed that. If I was doing it on my own, I would have quit a long time ago. So get the support that you need. It can be a friend, it can be a mentor, it can be a coach, but get the support that you need. And also get the support in terms of freeing up your time. There are a lot of things that we do that are time consuming, but you don't need to do it alone. I mentioned in the WhatsApp group that I had to ask my sister when she doesn't have class and she's not writing exams or she's on holiday, to help me. She helps me with packing the orders. Maybe I'm at work and a customer sends a message. I want one, two, three things and I want them now. I can't leave the office and go drive and deliver to the customer, but I could ask my sister, hey, you are at home. Can you please pick one, two, three things for me? I will send the customer the address to come and pick it up. Small things like that, you don't even notice it, but they actually eat at your mind and at your time. So if you have people around you that can assist you, teach them, show them how to help you. Show them how you are doing your business. When you're preparing for a presentation, involve the people around you so that they are able to assist you. When you feel like, I'm tired, I have too many things, I need to focus on work, then they can show up for you in your business in whatever way they can. So seek the support that you need. Don't let yourself drown in so many tasks and you can't move. Find help. You have a husband, you have a sister, you have kids. Like I said in the group, get your kids to help you pack. Maybe you're creating skincare combos. Show them, okay, these are the products that we want. Let's make 10 groups of such. And then they assist you with that. A task that was going to take you 2 hours probably now will take you 30 minutes because you got the help. And that 1 hour, 30 minutes that you freed up, you can actually do something else. So seek support where you need it. And always ask for advice, for guidance from your mentor. Sometimes they can see and they can have solutions that we do not have, because they have walked the road before and they can better guide you. So don't be afraid to ask for help, or don't be afraid to work in a team. Collaborate with others. You are going to burn yourself out if you want to do everything alone. You have a team that is in the East London. You don't need to be traveling there every weekend to go do your presentation. They also have people that are in Gauteng that you could assist. Why not collaborate? I'm hosting a presentation in Joburg. Invite your prospects and I will speak to them. And when you host yours that side, I will also bring my prospects and then you can speak to them. That way as well, you minimize the amount of work that you are doing. You are working together and supporting each other. So learn to collaborate, learn to work well with others. Don't be that person that, no, I am team whatever, whatever. I don't work with other people from other teams, or I don't work with other leaders from my team because I can do it and I know better. Collaborate. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Embrace the power of rest. I think this is the last one. Embrace the power of rest. Take a break and recharge. I have my mentor, she's very hardworking and she used to work throughout 24/7. It's forever. But sometimes you burn out. And then you have to realize a break is needed. So I've spent the last 2 weeks pushing. Maybe the month has ended. I was pushing a target and I've closed the target. Take a break. Just take a day out, go for a spa or take yourself for coffee, whatever, just to recharge your mind. I don't mean go take the whole month and stop doing business. Just a day, or maybe just an hour or 15 minutes in a day. I've been making calls and doing this and checking on my team. Let me just take 15 minutes to myself. Never underestimate the power that resting has in how you show up. Pushing too hard sometimes makes the situation worse because now the brain is tired, the body is tired, and now you can't even do anything. So don't burn yourself out. Push, push, rest, push, push, rest. Give yourself some time in between whatever you are doing to always find a minute or two to get the rest that you need. Prioritize your sleep, your exercises, or whatever activities that you can do that bring you that calm and joy for you just to reset your mind. Okay. Then, oh, I thought that was the last one. Reflect and learn. Ask yourself what's holding me back. It could be fear of failure, could be you want things to be perfect, or maybe you actually don't have a vision or a goal or any direction, or you are lacking motivation. Sit down and ask yourself, I am stuck, but what is it that is causing me to be stuck? Why is it that I can't move? Do that self introspection. And like I said, remember each experience is a lesson. And if something is not working, it's okay to, change direction, try a different approach. In conclusion, getting unstuck is a process. It's not something that will happen today or tomorrow. It may take time, and that's okay. As long as you know the goal that you are working towards. I always say the time that I was so stuck and I needed to sit and do my reflection and find out why is it that I'm not moving? Why is it I've been in this place? You know, it took a bit of time and people may not understand it. Like, oh, you were doing 10, 15 cc's. How come all of a sudden now you're just doing four? And now people want to put pressure and all of that. But understand that getting unstuck is a process, and you need to take that time to reflect so that you can come back and you come back with the right mindset. Like I said again, focus on the progress, not perfection. Small steps until you get there. Believe in yourself. Tell yourself that I can do this. I can get myself unstuck. I can build the momentum that I need to move up. And that is how you are going to get yourself out of the situation where you are stuck and not moving. So I hope I added value to someone there who is stuck like I was a few months ago. These are just a few tips of what I used. We are left with 1 minute, so I don't think we can take questions. But if you would like to just comment or say something in the WhatsApp group, you can do that. Otherwise, thank you so much, my leaders, for waking up and joining today's session. And